You might have heard that live shopping is exploding. And I have to tell you, I have been on Whatnot for a couple of weeks now, and I see why it is. Now, Whatnot is my sponsor, and they are the reason I got on the platform and checked it out. I'm glad they did. They made it easy for me. I'm going to make it easy for you. I love it. Whatnot is where you get great products without paying full price. It's that simple. I'm hooked on their live shows, too. You got to see them. They're so much fun. And I see why Whatnot has climbed to the top of the App Store. And listen, if you're selling online, or maybe you have a storefront and you're hoping people will find your listing or maybe walk in your store, Whatnot flips that, because on Whatnot, you go live and you sell directly to people in real time. And I may admit, although you didn't hear from me, I may have picked up a couple of power tools or so in the past couple of days. I'm just saying. Whatnot, it's the largest dedicated live shopping platform with beauty, collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies, and anyone can sell. In fact, people who sell on Whatnot sell 10 times as much as any other major marketplace. That's because you're not just listing products, you're building real connections with buyers. So whether you're shopping or you're selling, download the Whatnot app today and get free shipping on your first order. Just search WHATNOT, Whatnot, in the App Store and start scoring amazing deals. So I was whining to my wife the other day, said, I need new glasses. And she said, well, get some. I couldn't tighten them anymore. They were scratched. You know the thing, right? But I didn't want to go through the process because you have to make the appointment. You have to spend weeks to get them done. And you got to pay a fortune, right? That's real. But I did. I spent $500 on frames and glasses, and that was cheap. And then I ordered a pair from my sponsor, Zenni Optical, for $70. Zenni is an online eyewear shop, prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, starting at under $30. You go to Zenni.com, you pick a frame, upload your prescription, and they ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And by the way, if you are saying, do I really need new glasses, or do I have to put up with one pair to do everything I need to do for the next 2 years? No, you can get what you want starting at under $30. And if you've never bought glasses online, don't worry about it. I haven't either. Zenni has a virtual try-on so you can see exactly how the frame looks before you commit to buying them, with no salesman looking at you saying, those look good, but these expensive ones would look better. No, you don't get that. I'm excited. I can't wait to get my Zenni glasses and tell you more about them. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now's the time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out, so don't sit on it. That's Zenni.com/podcast. Promo code podcast15. How are you? Is it okay if I come in and take a break? I'm training for a very strenuous hike up Mount Rainier. Not the entire mountain, no, just a strenuous hike. I wish, no. And my wife and I have a bit of a challenge, so I have been at the gym working out really hard, getting ready to beat her. I'll let you know if that happens. But today, while I rest, I want to chat a bit about being successful and whether you have the right mindset to do it. This comes from a lot of experience, not only me learning to do it myself, but helping other people along the way. So we'll see if you have the mindset. I think you do, but if you want to get a lot in your life or just change what you have, you kind of have to have this. It's coming up. It is the Daily Boost from motivationtomove.com. The positive boost you need every single day. It is hard to believe we've been doing this almost 16 years now, actually a little bit longer in overall podcasting. Yes, when we started podcasting, there was no iTunes, there was no Spotify, there was no iHeart, there was Podcast Pickle and Podcast Alley, and one of the first 5,000 podcasts ever to hit the airway, well, the pod waves, I guess. And here we still are, top 1% of podcasts in the world. Thank you for that, by the way. My name is Scott Smith. I'm the founder and the chief motivating officer here at motivationtomove.com. Grateful to have you here today. It's interesting when we say the word success. Now, I have a little bit of a challenge with that word. And the reason I do is because it's too broad, but everybody uses it. I want to be a success. I want to be successful. We use that word. So let's use it today. Is that cool? Now, let me ask you a question. If you can find a mentor that would help you to get what you wanted, would you do that? Please say yes. You better say yes. If you don't say yes, why are you here today? I'm kind of a mentor for you. I'm going to help you. But if you had a mentor who was willing to sit down and just pour themselves into you, they're very busy, they're very successful, they know exactly what you need to be doing. If you could find that mentor, would you listen to them? And more importantly, would you pass their test? Now, here's why this comes to be, because I have been very fortunate to have been mentored in my lifetime, starting from the time I was very young. I was always really open to just about anybody. If I saw them having more success than me, I was like, okay, I'll listen to you. That was kind of how I rolled with it. And I was pretty good at giving compliments and asking people to help me. And over my life, I'm thinking there's probably been dozens of them. There's certainly 4 or 5 that have really mentored me. And the way they did it really kind of surprised me, because when I first started getting mentors, I was just, kind of a brash kid in my 20s. I could just do anything. It didn't matter. Get out of my way. Here I come. I know everything there is to know in the world. Let's go. Although I knew enough to know I didn't really, but I felt that way. And these mentors would sit down. And what I learned over time was they were looking for a couple of characteristics that I were to have in me. And I, if you were to sit in front of me, would look for these same characteristics. Now, before I go on with this, let me say this, that I'm a drive, growth-oriented guy, generally upbeat and positive, very rarely negative, but I believe in drive. I hate the word no. I like to always be growing. I never go backwards. There's no regrets behind me. I just move forward. I want to grow, 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 grow. I use whatever's behind me as wisdom, as knowledge to help me grow. So that's where I am. And I have found most people that are in a very successful position are like that. Most people are wanting to grow and expand. And I actually believe that in this world, your job, the entire time you're alive, is to grow and expand until you don't anymore. So every time I've had a mentor, they've sat down, they've said to me a couple of things. And this was their test. So I'm going to give you the test today. You ready? You don't have to take notes. There's no studying. It's just simple questions. The first one is, do you have a burning desire to achieve your goal? Whatever it happens to be, do you have a burning desire to achieve your goal? If you don't have a burning desire, you're likely not going to do it. Because there's going to come a time when it's going to get difficult and challenging, and you're going to stop. So anything you want to do, now I'm talking big goals, I'm talking major success goals, talking the big stuff in life. It's not a burning desire to go down to Walmart and buy some potato chips, okay? That's not that. It's the big stuff. So do you have a burning desire? If you don't have that burning desire, you're not going to do what it takes. And if you're talking to me, and if we're teaming up to do something together, I'm looking for that burning desire, not to do what I want to do, but that you have it inside your heart to go after maybe what we're doing together. If you don't have a burning desire, if I can't see that burning desire, I'm not going to commit to you. Not going to. Nobody is. I want to see that burning desire, somebody who'll go for it no matter what. So do you have a burning desire? Now, if you don't have it for what you're currently doing, you might look inside yourself. That passion needs to be there. And others are watching for that. If you ever want a door to open for you when you walk in, you want somebody who's more successful to open a door and help you, light that fire. Second question I have for you, are you coachable? Are you prepared to accept the wisdom and the guidance from others? Now, it's interesting when I think about this because a lot of folks don't do that. They come to the table knowing everything. And all I know is I don't know everything. I learned that from Socrates. You should learn that too. But you should listen to other folks. Now, you also have to listen to folks and maybe be a little bit discerning about it and make sure you're choosing the right people that can tell you. Like I do this podcast. It's top percent of the world. We have 60 million plus downloads these days. If you wanted to do a podcast, you might be wise to talk to me about this. It may not be the style you want. It may not be anything you want to do. But if you want to do it and you certainly want to monetize it and build a business on it and build a life on it, you might want to listen to what I have to say. You probably wouldn't want to listen to somebody who has 141 downloads and wants to teach you how to do a podcast. So make sure that you're listening to the right person when you go after this. And are you coachable? Because if you come to me and I say, cool, I'm going to teach you how to do a podcast. Here's how we do it. Do this, 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 and this. And you say, well, listen, I was thinking we'd probably maybe do it a different way. I know you're a smarty pants. Everybody is, right? But I'm saying if you want to be successful, we need to talk through that. If I tell you exactly what's going to work, are you coachable enough to go do it? Are you prepared to accept the wisdom and the guidance from others to go do it? Or is your ego too big? I'm just being real, okay? A little Scott logic here. It's just, wait a second. If your ego's too big, if you won't listen, once you confirm the person you're talking to actually knows what you want, think about that for a second. Is there something you want to do? And is there somebody right now you can think of that can give you the answers and you're totally, completely willing to listen and do what they tell you to do? Oh my God, you'll change your life right away. So, do you have a burning desire? And are you very, very coachable? Are you willing to take the guidance of somebody who's been there, done that again and again and again, and do what they tell you to do? You would be amazed how many people will take the guidance and do nothing. If I sense that is happening, then we don't have a reason to meet, do we? Now, there's one more thing when it comes to getting whatever you want in life. And it really doesn't matter if it's relationships, if it's more money, if it's more free time, if it's less stress. It doesn't really matter what it is. There's one more thing you must do to go get it. And this is the third question. Are you willing to undertake all the actions that may be necessary to get your success? Because you got to be flexible. It's not going to go your way, and you do not know the path to Oz. There's a road between here and there, but you don't know that yellow brick road and how it curves and twists and turns. You're going to have to make changes. Are you willing to do whatever it takes to get there? Are you willing to recognize some of those things you may have to do are not within your value structure, and you may not be able to or may not want to, and maybe you shouldn't go down that road? Burning desire. Are you coachable? Are you willing to do whatever it takes? If you do that, I can promise you that there are a lot of folks that are very successful who will very much want to help you along the way. I can also promise you this. If not, they'll see you as just one of the 80% who just wants to talk about it and not do it, and they're not going to help you. I know certainly I would be that way. If I took my time to help you, and I do this all day, every day, all week long, the very minute somebody doesn't have these characteristics, I lose interest. I'm just saying, just being honest, okay? Not trying to be mean, just being honest. All right, coming up tomorrow, it's going to be a fun week. How to live life joyfully no matter what. Also, how to multiply your time on Wednesday. The Thursday show, Simple Questions for Success. Got a couple more of those. Plus, Being a Good Quitter, that's Friday's show. It is going to be awesome, and I expect you to be here on the Daily Boost. Because I'm going to be here, and you need to be here.